Hi, I'm Neil Sackmary.
Hi, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol Division, PEIO. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Trooper Talk.
And together, we can make a difference. Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with this edition of Trooper Talk. You ready? Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Hi, my name is Officer Kemmer with Nevada Parole and Probation.
Officer.
Right.
And you, sir, are?
Yeah, I'm State Trooper Sean Hagstrom, and I'm with Public Affairs for the Nevada Highway Patrol.
And you, sir?
I'm Trooper Villanueva with Nevada State Police. I am the sworn recruiter for Southern Command or Region 1.
You know, when we talk about troopers losing their life, we had 2 troopers lose their life because of an impaired driver. Micah was just trying to stop someone, you know what I mean? And so I remember this extensively, and we always want to honor what it is that they do. And I remember that we came to the old building, and that's when Joanna went with the sergeant at the time, and now he's a captain, I think it is.
I don't know which one that is, because I retired then. No.
He was, he's very, I forget his name.
Pittman.
Right.
Captain Pittman, that's correct.
Okay. And he was not supposed to go out, for the driving and all this. And he was like, I'm going, and I'm going with her. And I just remember in the conference room there that when we were filming, right, that here was the captain, right, and he was ready to go. He had his thing and his taser attached here and his thing here, you know what I mean? And he was like, we're going to honor our trooper who passed away, and we're going to honor him in the best way. And that again comes down to the leadership, right, of the Nevada State Police, which Johnny and I love to go and film these things because of the fact that the leadership of Nevada State Police in the eyes of tragedy, they don't just sit in an office and just go, well, you guys go out there, you know what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind that Captain West will be there, Major Honey will be there, you know what I mean? They're going to be there, and they're going to say, we're here, and so it's so important. And now being part of the Nevada State Police family now, how does that make you feel? Does it give you a different sense of commitment, or that you're honoring these troopers and stuff of that nature? How does that make you feel?
Definitely. Throughout our academy, they do a really good job of making sure that we continue to honor fallen from our own or across the country. Every single day, we read the bio of at least one fallen officer, whether they're here or somewhere else, if not more than one. And throughout our academy, we also did a lot of events with Trooper Felix's family. The Abate and Felix family were at our graduation. We did the Law Enforcement Memorial Run, and the Felix family was there supporting us, running with us. So it's very surreal to think about the position that they're in, but it feels very, I don't know what the right word is, but very good to be a part of continuing to get involved with them and honor their loved ones throughout our. There was an officer in North Las Vegas that passed away during our academy, and we actually went to their funeral and saw how all law enforcement agencies from across the country came together to honor their families. And, should anything happen to, me or something like that, I would take a lot of comfort in knowing that this agency would take care of my family. So seeing that firsthand, being involved with these families, as terrible as it is that we have to be involved this way, it's good to know how much the Nevada State Police family cares.
Without getting into specifics, you have a family, right? And so we talk about and we laugh about the fact that, I get the sign in from my house and I get the, you know what I mean? But in that house, is your family,
Right.
right? And so when you leave every single day, you don't know what is going to entail your day. And so being a Nevada State Trooper, that's why we want to mitigate, and we want to do everything we can to tell people that if you get pulled over, no matter how bad your day is, just stop. Slow down, relax, let the trooper come up and talk to you.
Right.
He's already in a difficult position because people are driving past him at 100 miles an hour and they don't care, right? Which we'll get to the move over law, right? But these things are real, and so people lose their lives every single day because they put their lives on the line to make that area a better place.
Right.
And so that's why the recruiting is so important. And that's why the teaching in the academy, that if you choose to be a trooper, that look, there are going to be times when, it's not going to look good.
Right.
But you have to psychologically be ready, and you have to be prepared, and you have to do all these things because everyone, including your family, wants you to come home.
Right.
And that's the goal, right?
We are extremely lucky to have that training, as well as having the respect and the confidence from our command staff to go out and do that job. Because if we didn't have that, it would make doing the job 10 times harder. I would say having the support from the command staff is the best thing to happen to us, because it doesn't matter if you work for Highway Patrol or Parole and Probation, you're getting support from both sides, whichever side of the house you work for. And I can speak to that because I unfortunately was involved in Micah May's incident that day. I was working for I was working for Parole and Probation, and I was having command staff from Highway Patrol reach out to me to make sure that I was okay. Seeing firsthand how they handled Trooper May's family and how they took care of her and made sure that she was okay was surreal. It was amazing to see how quickly everything developed and how quickly they took care of Joanna and how far they went to take care of her. I remember phone calls being made. I was standing right next to them. Hey, we need to go pick up them. We need to go pick up his family. They were making phone calls to arrange tickets for airlines to fly his family out. So it was really incredible to see how far they went to take care of him and to make sure that they were all okay with as much as they could be with the situation that was unfolding.
And I might add on to that
Yeah.
too. And it all does come down to leadership,
Yeah.
like Louis says, because Joanna May is going to be at this event. They're going to allow her to ride along with one of the troopers throughout the night. She'll be able to do interviews and all that. But getting back to how we take care of our fallen and their families. Last week, I don't put pictures up of the kids, but the Bate family, little Vincent, turned 5. So a bunch of us troopers, including the command staff, went over to the home and brought presents and celebrated a birthday with Vincent. And we're also getting ready for Joanna May's son, Raylan, going to have his first day of school. So we're all going to be there for the first day of school for them and the first day of school for the Felix family, because they still have kids that are young and in school. So this is some of the things that we try to help out with the families. If they need something or they need our support, we're always there for them. And our leadership has gone above and beyond that.
Look at this. Retirement.
This is one of the parole and probation officers, and they can kind of hit on that. Lieutenant Stewart, she did
Yes.
28 years, and we just want to send out a congratulations for a
28
job well
years.
done for the state of Nevada.
She had a great
And,
career. She was a corporal for the Carson Academy for a little bit, and she did great. And now she's leaving us. She was part of actually the recruiting team prior to retiring for like the last 2 years, I think. And she's calling it quits. 28 years enough.
Take me through. I'm interested in Nevada State Police. I just saw Trooper Talk today, and I'm like, this is what I want to do.
So absolutely go to nevadastatepolice.com. We have a lot of good information on there regarding each entry-level position that we have. So we have Highway Patrol, Parole and Probation, and Capitol Police. The good thing about Capitol Police, coming up in September, we're going to have 5 new positions open up here in Vegas. So we're going to be looking for people to join that. Do your research to make sure that Nevada State Police is something that you're looking to get into. Depending on what division you choose, at Highway Patrol, we deal with a lot of traffic. If you're not looking to deal with traffic, then highway patrol is not going to be for you. And I like to be honest with people because I don't want to steer them incorrectly, right? And tell them that they're going to get this and they don't. Parole and probation, if you're not comfortable going into people's houses or people that understand where dangerous things are and you don't, then maybe it's not for you. Capitol Police, you're helping the state buildings make sure that they're secure, taking calls for service at those state buildings. Do your research on what you want to do. Contact a recruiter, myself down here for the South, or Trooper Narvaez up north. He's our northern recruiter for Northern Command. You'll submit your application, and once your application is verified with HR, we will schedule you to come out and do your physical and your written testing. As long as you have passed both of those, we will sign you up for as many ride-alongs as you want to do with either house. And then that way you have a better understanding and you get to go out and see what the trooper or the officer does on a day-to-day basis. And then the hiring process kind of continues from there. Polygraph background, which is the longest part of the hiring process, just because there's so much that goes into the investigator going through your essentially life, making sure that everything's in order and you're saying who you are. And then you have to go through all of your medical appointments, and then you get your academy date. So it's a bit of a process, but I would say that the first thing that you need to do is contact a recruiter, do your homework, and make sure that you understand what you're getting into.
Thank you very much. So this is the final thing. Now we're just going to look at that camera, and then we're going to wave, and then we're going to wait for Johnny to say good, and then completely over. You ready?
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3. See you later.
Bye, guys.